Well, hello there! Today I'm excited to say that we are finally talking about the last book reached in the Matched Trilogy by Ally Condie. And if you haven't watched my Matched book review already, book 1, you can click up there and watch that. And then if you haven't watched my Cross book review, you can click up there and watch that before you watch this one. For those of you who read the first 2 books but maybe are unsure about reading Reached because the second one kind of sucked, don't worry, the third one totally redeems itself. Like, you really need to read the third one. I strongly recommend you do. I personally was a little disappointed by Cross, the second book, but Reached, the last one, totally made up for all of it. It totally brought everything together, everything we've been waiting for with, you know, the rising and the society, and that all clashes together. I thought it was very, very good. I really like how this book was in all 3 points of views instead of just Kasha's, or unlike Cross, which was Kasha's and Kai's. I really, really like Xander, so I'm really excited that he was a bigger part of this book. In fact, he was one of my favorite parts of this book. So this is actually my second time filming this. The first time I got so excited about this book, I pretty much just turned on the camera. I had decided to do more of just like a book discussion really than a book review. And I am not joking you, I sat here and talked for like 35 minutes. So in order to not do that today, I just made a list of a couple of my favorite parts instead of going through like all of the book, because no one wants to watch that. I think I'm just going to jump on into a few of my favorite parts and just kind of discuss it. So if you haven't read it, goodbye, go read it, and you should stay if you've read the book. I think the saddest parts were definitely when people were going still, for sure. Like when you find out Lei was going still, and of course when Kai went still, when you find out Kasha's parents were still, and then later when her father actually passed away. Indy's death was when she went still. I bawled. I really liked Indy. I really liked her as a character. I love how she just goes out and gets things, and she just doesn't hold back, and I love that about her. And her death was so upsetting, and the way she went down, how she just kept fighting to the end. Even though you probably knew, for example, when Kai went down, even though you probably could have guessed someone of the trio was gonna go down, I just still, of course it would happen to Kai, and he is just, oh, I really like Kai. I just, poor guy. And then whenever he found out he didn't have the mark, how like he was just happy that Kasha did, and he's just so selfless, and I love him. I really do. Some of the most frustrating parts in the book were definitely when Hunter was emptying like the nutrient bags. I was so frustrated. I just wanted to slap him across the face. His reasoning about like how the society never helped him, why are they helping people from the society, like that just doesn't mean you go try and sabotage them getting better. Like, I'm sorry they didn't help you. That doesn't mean you go try and kill people. It's just, I don't know. That part made me extremely frustrated. I really liked Oker's character, even though he was a little crazy. I did get very frustrated, though, how half the time he wouldn't even tell Xander what was going on. And then in the end, because of his secrecy, Xander didn't know what the cure was, the new cure. Not the first one that Oker had thought up, but the second one. That was super frustrating because now Xander is basically getting in trouble and now has to go on trial, and he didn't even do anything besides follow orders. He was following the pilot's orders for a long time, and then he started following Oker's orders, and really he just needs to follow himself and do what he needs to do because it doesn't usually work out for him. But I was super frustrated that entire part. I'm so glad that Kasha ended up seeing like the star in the mud that Oker had made. That was one of my favorite parts, when the whole just finding out about what was the cure, and Kasha like looking through the data and like the lilies, and I thought that was super cool. I loved the Lainey part. I did not see that coming. Comment below if you saw that coming, because I did not. Lainey, Vix Lainey, I could not believe that. And I really liked her and Xander. I really sympathized with Xander a lot through these books, and I felt like he deserved someone really good. The Red Garden Day was really interesting. They kept throughout the book giving little bits and pieces, and I was really, really intrigued, and I really wanted to figure that out. I could not believe that it was another sorting. Like, I couldn't believe that, you know, in one time in the book when she had done the matching, like the sorting, and then they told her to take the red pill, I could not believe that she was the one that ultimately put Kai in the matching pool. I could not believe that. That was so just ironic, and I really like that little twist that she threw in there. So overall, there were 5 parts in the book. It was a long book. It was over 500 pages long. Part 5 was definitely my favorite part out of it all. I thought this book was really good. Comment below. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you thought of the trilogy. I want to know what you thought of this last book, what you thought of some of the things that I named there at the end, like some of my favorite parts and stuff. Just let me know. I know this one was very short today, but that's kind of what I was going for, which is a nice change from the first time I tried to do this, when it was extremely long. So anyways, let me know in the comments. I want to discuss with you if you've read this book. Leave me some comments for future book reviews that you would be interested in me doing. Next book review, I actually already know what I'm going to do. It's going to be over City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And I actually read this book. It's been a few days and I've been just dying to do this book review. And so I finally get to do it next. I'm so excited. I'm waiting on books 2 and 3 in the mail. They should have already been here, stupid Barnes & Noble. I hope that you all are having a great day and I will see you later. Bye!